Welcome to JSS Matriculation School Talavadi Social Class. In the past class, I explained Geography lesson number 1, Interior of the Earth. So, in that interior part of the Earth lesson, I explained interior of the Earth types, the crust, mantle, and core. Now, today I go to explain you earthquake, how it will be occur, and what are the types of that, causes of earthquakes, and effects of earthquakes, and distribution of earthquake today. First, we are going to learn about earthquake. A sudden movement of the portions of the earth's crust which produce a shaking and trembling is known as earthquake. Earthquake may cause widespread damage to life and property. The point where these vibrations originates is called the focus of the earthquake. So what are the shown in the pictures? Those points we are called that, and the point of the earth surface directly above the focus is called epicenter of the earthquake. So these will be focus. When the earthquake will be occurs direct in the land surface, we are called epicenter. The next form of the focus, the earthquake vibrations travel in different direction in the forms of seismic waves. So when we shake, the surrounding areas will be are called shaking. That's we are called seismic waves. The earthquake waves are recorded by an instrument known as seismograph. The magnitude of an earth is measured by the Richter scale. The number on a scale range from 0 to 9. Do you know? An earthquake of 2.0 on Richter scales or less can be felt only a little. An earthquake over 5.0 on Richter scale can cause damage for things falling. A 6.0 on Richter scales on higher magnitude is considered very strong, and 7.0 on Richter scale is classified as a major earthquake. The next point is causes of earthquake. The chief cause of earthquake is the sudden slipping of the portions of the earth crust along the fractures or faults. The next point of the causes of earthquake is the movement of the molten rocks underneath the surface produces strains which break the rocks apart. The sudden shifting of land masses causes upheavals in the crust of the earth, sending vibrations or waves into the surrounding portions of the earth. Sometimes the surface of the earth itself cracks. What are the scenes in the TVs when the earthquake will be occur? The same things. So another cause of the earthquake is volcanic activity. A violent or explosive eruptions often causes the earth in its vicinity to quake. Earthquakes are often common in most volcanic areas. The next point is effects of earthquakes. Earthquake may causes changes in the earth surfaces. Vibration often sets landslides in mountainous regions. A great danger in an earthquake is the falling of buildings. The most of the houses which collapsed were made of mud and bricks and proved to be the death traps. Fire is another great danger. Underground, the water systems of naturally distribute in the such movements. An earthquake which originates below the near the sea causes great disturbance in the water and floods of waves causes great loss of lives, sometimes more than the earthquake itself. The example, tsunami. Tsunami is a Japanese term, is the name given to the huge wave caused in the sea by an earthquake. Tsunami are quite common along the coasts of Japan and other regions in the Pacific Oceans. Why we go to Japan? Do you know? On 26 December 2004, tsunami in the Indian Ocean swept coastal area of Indonesia, India, Sri Lanka, Thailand, etc. They causes immense damage to life and property in the coastal area. Next is distributions of earthquakes. The word distribution of earthquakes coincide very closely with that of volcanoes. Regions of greatest systematicity and circum-Pacific areas with the epicenters and the most frequent occurrence along the Pacific Ring of Fire. It is said that about 68% of earthquakes occurs in this belt. What we are showing in the world maps, that red areas, red marked areas will be there in that, only occurs earthquake in 68% of earthquakes. Another 31% of earthquakes take place in the Mediterranean's Himalayas belt, including Asia Minor, the Himalayas, and upwards the northwest Chinas will be there. The remaining percent of the earthquakes are occur in North Africa and Rift Valley areas in the Red Sea and Dead Sea areas. In India, the Himalayan region and the Ganga Brahmaputra Valley are prone to earthquakes. A number of earthquakes occurs and experience in these regions. What are they will be there now? Brahmaputra regions, Ganga and Brahmaputra regions. Some of them were very so and caused extensive damage, etc. The earthquake of Uttarkasi in 1991 and Chamoli in 1999, the Deccan Plateau, which was supposed to be comparatively free from the dangers of earthquakes, has experienced two severe earthquakes in the past. The Koina earthquake is 1967 and the latter earthquake in 1993.